8 years of my life was spent down here, a few years as captain. Had a wonderful time. You know, the fans that used to come along and watch us play, whether it be a one-day game, a Pro 40 game, a championship game, but they were all very loyal and all very supportive, so that made me feel welcome. It was basically my second home, as I said, for 8 years.
Shane Warne was a one-off. He was an absolute genius.
He was an icon.
But Warne was the first VIP, the first star.
He'd do anything for you and ask nothing from you.
He believed that we could win any game from any position, and he persuaded the rest of the team that that was possible as well.
In essence, he taught us the way we should play the game, how the game should be played.
What he's done for Hampshire is immeasurable, changed our culture back in the day.
And I think all of us as a group probably, we just clung to his coattails really, and he pulled us along like we've never been pulled before.
He really did change the attitude of Hampshire players on the field, and the impact he had on this club can never ever be exaggerated.
Force of personality backed up by obviously the genius skill set was an incredibly powerful combination, and turned us from, you know, many of us from sort of, you know, county player into this thinking, okay, we are part of a side that's going to win and dominate.
He taught us humility, he taught us how to win. Those values have been instilled at the club ever since. I think you see that on the pitch when you look at performances last year against Notts or the performance against Glamorgan here to qualify in the 2020 in the group stages. Those performances had Warne's fingerprints all over them, and his legacy will live on.
He was a conjurer, a brilliant man, and entertaining, legendary in nearly every respect.
A true legend, the best cricketer ever in my opinion. The fact that his star didn't fade once he finished playing cricket said everything. His personality was generous, he was loyal. When you were talking to him, he gave you everything. He was totally immersed in the conversation, and he was great.
He had the combination of Hollywood star, but also remembered the humble beginnings where he came from.
Shane Warne that people knew, and there was an awful lot that people didn't know. His charitable work in Australia with his foundation was deeply moving at times. He had great interest in the welfare of children, gave himself freely to everybody. I've seen long queues outside cricket grounds, including the Ageas Bowl, where Shane would just sign anything and everything for anybody, sometimes for an hour after play had finished.
We all miss him deeply, and let's hope we can carry on what he started for many more years.
Shane will be remembered, I think, as the greatest player of our generation. He was certainly the most exciting player that I can remember watching. Every single ball just oozed with anticipation. He was a giver in nearly every respect, and he will be severely missed both as a cricket player and as a person.